One Piece episode 649. Now, the first good thing about the episode is that it didn't take 7 minutes to actually start it. It started about the 5-minute mark, which is normal for One Piece, so that's a positive. Now, the episode as a whole started off, I felt a little bit slow, but then picked up. The beginning, here was my major problem with the beginning of the episode. First off, the whole episode was focused around Luffy versus Chinjao, just to get that out of the way, so it was all focused on Block C. But my problem with the beginning was it had a little bit of that Dragon Ball Z feel, which I hate. And what I mean by that is, Luffy throws a punch. Oh, let's look at the crowd. Okay, we're looking at the crowd. We're looking at the crowd. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Going left to right. Okay, now we see the audio. Now we see the announcers. Okay. Now Chinjao throws a punch. We're looking at the crowd. Okay, now we're panning left. Okay, now we see the announcers. And they did that like 3 or 4 times. That is the typical Dragon Ball Z. I hate that. I like when story moves along and action progresses and things are happening. I cannot stand when they do something, then they focus on people's reactions for a minute, you know? I hate that so much. Go, stop doing it. One Piece, stop, please. So that bothered me a lot for whatever reason. So after that, we went into Chinjao's past. Well, not past, but a little bit of his backstory of why he had such a grudge against Garp and why he was taking it out on Luffy. Okay, so here's my biggest problem with the flashback, and maybe I'm being a little biased, but my issue is I just don't care enough about Chinjao to care about how he lost his drill. And they do a good job of showing it. I mean, we go to the flashback. He has his pirate crew who see, you know, beautiful hordes and hordes of treasure that are buried underneath a sheet of ice that nobody can get to other than Chinjao, who comes with his drill and, you know, drills right through it, and they get to the treasure. And then they have Garp show up, who's been pirate hunting for this particular guy, Chinjao, and he smashes his drill in using his ornament hockey. So, you know, at that point, I guess we're supposed to feel bad for Chinjao. Chinjao is, like, panicking when he wakes up and finds out that Garp destroyed the pointy, sharp drill in the top of his head. And that's really it about really it for the flashback. There's not much more to it. I mean, it's nice because it's a little different than we've been seeing the last couple episodes, but there's no emotion, there's no sad music, there's just nothing for us to feel for Chinjao there, in my opinion. So, we go back to the arena again after this flashback, which is a majority. Flashback is probably like 8 minutes of the episode. So we go back to the arena, and this is where I actually start enjoying the episode, because when we get out of that, we're at the end of this Block C, and it's pretty much all out from here. Chinjao does his spin attack again. It looks like a freaking, I forgot what those things are called. Those top spin things, you know, that you see the guys just spinning. Luffy shoots out his arm, wraps it around Chinjao, and forces him to counterspin the other way, which is a really nice touch and use of Luffy's gum fruit. Never seen that before. You know, he's like, oh yeah, you're spinning? Hell no, you're gonna spin the other way now, bitch. You know, so that was cool. I like that. And then, the epic conclusion to the fight, Luffy jumps in the air, and he brings out his huge ornament fist, and you know, he goes at Chinjao, and Chinjao goes at him. Epic clash of hockey, and this time Luffy wins, but in winning, he smashes Chinjao to the ground. But while smashing it, he kind of reforms the drill. He like reshapes Chinjao's head to reform the drill, which is really weird. And then he cuts the arena grounds in half with the drill, which is just insane. Falls into the water. Luffy wins the fight. The end. And that's pretty much the end of Block C. And the other thing I should mention that I kind of skipped over is what really fuels Luffy on is Chinjao starts teasing Luffy about, you know, Ace. He says, you know, Ace deserved to die. in Marineford, and Blackbeard is gonna be the king of the pirates. So Luffy was furious at that point, and that's the stuff I like in One Piece. Luffy was egged on, he was mad, and he put an end to that fight right there as soon as Chinjao pretty much, started picking at Luffy like that. And then the other interesting thing in the episode is at the very end, when finally the Blackbeard pirate, Jesus Burgess, finally realizes that Lucy is Luffy. And that's how the episode ends. And he's an idiot not to realize that sooner, but he realizes at the end, and that's the end of the episode. Overall, the ending, the last 5 to 10 minutes was very solid. I did not like the flashback as much as other people may have, and the beginning felt slow to me. So overall, I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. Okay episode, nothing spectacular, but overall is okay. The animation was good. The animation was very good. Although the hockey is starting to feel a little repetitive to me, I feel like they're reusing the animations a lot. But overall, the animation was good. The story progression, or should I say progression, was good because we're finally getting through ending Block C. The flashback was not very effective to me. So, 7 out of 10, okay episode, and we'll see you guys for the next episode of One Piece next week, and the manga chapter resumes this week, so you'll all get a manga chapter review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.